This video is going to show you how to switch on Mental Ray as the renderer rather than the default Scanline or Monte Carlo renderer. First of all, go to Rendering and choose Render Setup. Notice F10 is the keyboard shortcut, which you can use instead. When you see the dialog that appears, you'll notice that indirect illumination isn't one of the options at the top. That means that you're not using Mental Ray, and that's one of my favourite ways of seeing whether or not someone has Mental Ray set up. What you should do is make sure you're in the Common section, as you can see I am, and scroll all the way down to the bottom until you can see Assign Renderer. Click on it, left of the bar, and then where it says Production and it says Default Scanline Renderer, we need to press the three dots in the end of there to change that to Mental Ray Renderer. Press OK, and then you'll notice now that indirect illumination is actually an option that's present because we've swapped the renderer to Mental Ray. Press indirect illumination, and then we need to go through a few settings. First of all, Final Gather will improve the quality of your renders, and you need to make sure it's enabled. By default it should be ticked, but change the Final Gather Precision presets from Custom to Draft. Generally speaking, unless it's your absolutely final render and you're willing to wait for several hours, you should really leave it to Draft. If you're working with glass or you're working with lots of lights, maybe you should raise it, but generally speaking, Draft is fine. If you go further than medium to sort of high and very high, you're going to be waiting hours for just a simple render. The other things you should look at are, where has it gone? Global illumination. This is very useful if you're going to be using an environment like a sky and you want that to play a part in how your scene is lit. So we're going to enable that. If you're using lots of glass and you want to have realistic refraction in your scene, then you can enable caustics. But if you do that, then your render times will increase quite considerably because the maths involved is quite heavy. So generally speaking, now as long as we've got Final Gather set to Draft and we've got Global Illumination ticked, then we're ready to go. And that's how you set up Mental Ray.